some hate it. They won't like my opinion. They say it's overrated. And choose 1 through 10, or it's A to Z. You good on any list, long as it come from me. This is a disclaimer and not a guarantee. My highly rated opinion make perfect sense to me. It's the perfect sense. The perfect sense. My highly rated opinion make perfect sense to me.
Welcome back, people. This is Perfect Sense. This is going to be Twan's Top 10. I'm your host, Antoine, and this is brought to you only on Frisbee TV. Now we're going to go ahead and get into this. Previously on Twan's Top 10 and right here at Perfect Sense, we had a list for men's accessories. And to accessorize number 1 on that list, I'm gonna give you today, which is a hobby of mine, something that I love talking about. It's something that I've invested in personally. It's going to be fragrance. Yes, you hear me, fragrance. We're gonna talk about a few fragrances right now. It is summertime, it's in the dead heat. It's when the sun is gonna beat on you. It's when you're gonna sweat a little bit, you're gonna exercise, you're gonna go to the gym. You're gonna do all these things in your daily life, but you wanna smell good. Smelling yourself is not a good thing all the time. But why not smell good while you're doing it? Why not have someone else present themselves to you as, oh, you smell nice, or garnish a couple of compliments? That sounds lovely, right? So I'm gonna give you 10 fragrances that I personally use. The show is brought to you by and sponsored by Billion Brothers. You have quality, handcrafted leather bags, one for any occasion. I got one myself. And I'm gonna start off with number 1 and number 2 at the same time because they come from the same house, okay? These 2 fragrances I personally use on a daily basis. And these 2 right here, these are from the house of Narciso Rodriguez. Narciso Rodriguez has the EDP. He also has different variations, but I have here the EDP version and the Parfum version. These 2 are similar, but they differ a little bit. So if you get the EDP version of Narciso Rodriguez, it smells powdery, has a little bit of iris in it, but it also has green nuances. So this version of Narciso Rodriguez is gonna give you that powdery yet fresh smell. So when you spray this on, I'll waste a spray for you so you can see what the atomizer looks like. There you go. Not a bad atomizer at all. Great distribution. To my nose, it's very, very powdery. It's clean, out the shower fresh. It's a little dark, slightly dark, so therefore it's a little masculine. But it's definitely gonna lean on that iris in the background. That iris is definitely in the background. So if you love powdery fragrances, matter of fact, if you love green fragrances, this is the perfect combination of powder and green. This is one of my personal favorites. Also we have here, which is the new Narciso Rodriguez Parfum version. Now this one, I don't even have to spray. This one is iris, iris, iris. This smells like a baby's bum. Nothing but baby powder. If you love that powdery nuance, if you love something that smells like that new baby smell, or when you rip open, I don't even want to say a pack of baby wipes, but a pack of nice, soft-smelling baby wipes, or you can dig your neck in real deep to when your mom used to put the powder on you at night, used to make your bed and spread the powder around. This is what you're gonna get. Now, if you don't love powdery fragrances, don't buy it. But I guarantee you, my wife loves this stuff. She can't get enough. And everybody that I've come in contact actually asks me what this fragrance is. And I have to let them know that it's Narciso Rodriguez Parfum. So this is number 1 and number 2 on my list here on Twan's Top 10. Moving forward, we also have 2 more fragrances. These fragrances, I'm gonna do at the same time. This is gonna be number 3 and 4. And these fragrances are niche brand. These are our niche. I believe Narciso Rodriguez is niche also. But these fragrances here are from the brand of Mancera. Now, Mancera is highly sought, is highly talked about. Mancera has tons of fragrances. People can't wait. There's Mancera communities out there. They can't wait to get these fragrances. Some of these fragrances, so we're gonna look at the presentation on these. Some of these fragrances have a magnetic cap, okay? That I think that should come on all of them. It doesn't come on all, but I like the magnetic cap on both of these. And the bottles are beautiful to me. They're very, very unisex fragrances. And we're gonna talk about the first one. The first one is called Sicily. I'll spray the atomizer so you can see what it looks like. Look at that distribution. That was beautiful. Man. So Sicily is very citrus forward. Sicily, you get that lemon, you get that orange. It has nuances of peach in it. So it's definitely reminiscent of a hot day, but more like a hot day under the lemon tree, or more like a hot day in a picnic setting, or just that sun and fun type of fragrance. It is very, very light and airy. So it is not offensive. It's not one that you're gonna spray and offend anybody. So you could use a couple of extra sprays of this. You can spray it throughout the day. It could be a halftime spray. You could re-up during lunch. Sicily is one of my go-tos during summertime. And it goes well with body chemistry as far as I'm concerned. Number 4 on the list, this is a very special one. This is one of the last Manceras that I got. It is not gonna be the last Mancera that I got, but this is Melody of the Sun. Now, when this first came out, there was a lot of people talking about, oh, it doesn't last long. It doesn't do this, it doesn't perform. Well, I can honestly say it performs on me. I've had this on, and it is not meant to be a heavy, heavy fragrance. It is meant to be something light and airy. When you walk past someone in the dead of heat, they're supposed to get that whiff of freshness, because there's nothing but funk in the air. But you can be that breath of fresh air. And to be honest with you, the name fits. It says Melody of the Sun. And it is very bright. It's very airy. Oh man, it's citrus forward also, but it is fruity. This is fruity. It has a slight sweet undertone. So if you like a slight sweet undertone, nothing abrasive, nothing really, really harsh, Melody of the Sun actually smells like sunshine in a bottle. They did not lie on that one. I agree with them 100%. And I'm not breaking each note down for these fragrances, only because that will take another video at another time. But Melody of the Sun, great recommendation for the summer in my book. We're gonna go ahead and move on, and I'm gonna do this one by itself. This is from the House of Armaf. This one right here, it's special to me because I wanted to acquire a fragrance, Chanel Egoiste. And I went to the store, the bottle was sold out. I could have ordered it online, but when I got, because I got a tester of it, and it smelled amazing, smelled wonderful. But then I got this, and this is Egoiste Clone. I would say this is anywhere from 90%, 85, 90% of a clone of Egoiste. Man, it's fresh. It's fresh. You're gonna walk around smelling like a fresh citrus deodorant stick. Like, honestly, this smells so fresh. Just out the shower. This is for that man that's, maybe you're gonna go ride a bike, maybe you're gonna hit the gym, but you're sophisticated at the same time. So you're smelling fresh, clean, sophisticated, and it reminds me of deodorant. Not a bad deodorant, not a heavy deodorant, not an animalic deodorant. Something very, very light and airy, something that will work with the heat. So this smells like it will work with the heat, and it'll come alive and just bloom in that dead of heat. So if you live in a hot climate, this is Armaf Legacy. Armaf Legacy, clone of Chanel Egoiste. So I'm gonna go ahead and on these next two, pull number 6 and 7. These are from the House of Armaf. These are clones of Creed's Silver Mountain Water and Millesima Imperial. I had a sample of Silver Mountain Water, and I don't really even have to talk about this. This is Armagh Sillage. This to me is a one of one. The inkiness in this, the sea salt, watery feel that you get when you wear this, it's light and airy, you feel like a boss. This right here speaks volumes. It's a one of one. I don't know how they can clone and not have any copyright infringement, but I'm not gonna ask no questions because this stuff right here is 10% of the cost of what it would cost you to get a bottle of Creed. Now, I'm not condoning getting clones, but for me and mine, I'll clone it out. So, number 7, actually it's gonna be Milestone. This thing here has a sweet melon note in it. Very, very sweet. And as far as being a one-to-one to Millesimi Imperial, I don't think it's a one of one because I smelled Millesimi Imperial after I got this. And I think it's about 85 to 90% there, but you get the same exact feel. You get the same last and longevity. In fact, I think these two have more longevity than the original Creed. So I would suggest these two if you like inky, watery notes, if you like resinous, melon, watery notes, get these two. All right, so we've been through 1 through 7. So I'm gonna go, numbers 8 and 9 are gonna be from the House of Replica. This is the House of Replica, and Replica tries to do what their name is replicate a memory through fragrance. And I must say they do a pretty good job of it. Some of the memories you haven't even had yet, but if you spray this, it'll jog that memory that you haven't even had yet. The first one that I like is Beach Walk for the summertime. Beach Walk actually smells like everything that you would encompass with a trip on the beach, whether it be the sand, the sun, the water, the suntan lotion. Beach Walk encompasses all of that. And it doesn't last very, very long on my skin. I know it lasts me about 4 hours, but hey, you can spray as much as you want and not offend anybody. It's the beach. So summertime, heat kicks up, you want to smell sweet. It definitely becomes a skin scent after 4 hours. The next one I have here is going to be Lazy Sunday. Lazy Sunday reminds me of the day you don't want to do anything. It actually smells like a lazy day. But this right here reminds me of shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond or going to a friend's house that has maybe a beach house and you know, it starts to rain a little bit, but the sun is also shining, and you guys are just sitting around and not doing much. You get your favorite drink, you just chill out right there on the deck or on maybe the sunroom or something like that. This is what Lazy Sunday morning smells like to me. So I recommend that for summer. So, number 10 on my list for summertime fragrances is gonna be Hawass. I know so many people talk about Hawass, and some people don't get it. It is a Middle Eastern brand, but I got Hawass, and as you can tell with the little dent in here, I have worn Hawass. And for me, it is a beast mode fragrance, but not beast mode like everybody would suspect. Being Middle Eastern, a lot of those are really nuclear. This is not nuclear at all. It can be, but it's not. Some people say 14 sprays minimum. Nah, you don't want to do that. This actually works pretty good in the heat, but a lot of you know where this comes from. This is my 2016 bottle of Invictus, Paco Rabanne Invictus. And you can see how low it is. I haven't sprayed it in forever. And these two go head to head. So this one has, I'll spray for you. Great distribution. This one has that sweet, has a real sweet candy smell that really, I would say pops in the heat. But this one has the exact same smell with a little bit more bubblegum smell and extra sweet. So it's like this on steroids. So if you love this, get this. It's perfect for the heat. I mean, perfect for the heat. If you want to take out the trash, spray yourself. It's 95 degrees outside. Go ahead and hit yourself real quick. I guarantee you, somebody back there by the dumpster, they're going to tell you smell good. All right, so that was 1 through 10 on my list for fragrances that I use during the summer. I have a lot more, but I have a special treat. I want to bring you guys into the fold and tell you that I fall in love with another house. So we have 2 honorable mentions here. They both come from the same house. They come from the house of Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, they don't just make cars, they make fragrances. And what I will tell you about these 2 fragrances is, this one is for the day and this one is for the night. This is Mercedes-Benz, regular Mercedes-Benz, and this right here is Mercedes-Benz Select Night. I got this one, it surprised me and it floored me. It has a great composition. As far as for the regular Mercedes-Benz, it's just very aromatic, very fresh, very resinous. It has, to me, melon notes, maybe a cucumber or something light, something very, very vegetal in this, but it's very, very airy, aromatic. So it's something that you can spray and never offend anybody. It is a room filler in the beginning. It does sit close to the skin, and when you walk past, this to me is breeze in a bottle. So if you walk past somebody, they can smell you, and they'll say, man, you know, what do you have on? You know, that's nice. Very subtle, very soft. So if you got a lady that likes soft scents and she likes to get close, spray a little bit of this on your lapel, spray a little bit of this up into your neck area, and I guarantee you, you won't be able to get her off you. Now, the catalyst. This right here is Mercedes-Benz Select Night. This is sexy in a bottle. Great atomizer. Look at that. Look at that spray. You don't even waste none. You spray it, spin around in it, do what you gotta do. But man, this is sexy. This has a little bit of spice. It's very fresh. It doesn't sit real close to the skin for the first 3 hours. It actually has good projection. People can smell you. They know what you smell like. But this is date night. This is date night. This is date night. I must say it has a very, very soft composition, but the spices in it, they come across very, very well blended. Nothing is overbearing. It's not a bomb or nuclear fragrance, but it projects well. But this one right here actually turns into a monster, and it will work with the heat. It'll work in summertime because it's not too spicy. It's not one of those spices that's like a oud or maybe a deep, deep cardamom or sage, or it won't come off and give you a distinct note. The notes in here are blended well for me. And I use this, and on date night, let me tell you, it works. When the heat is kicked up, when you want to wear a long sleeve shirt and you know you're going to be hot, but you want to smell good, you spray this on your lapel, you spray it on your collar, put it behind your ears, put it on your pulse points, and you will project. If you hit the dance floor, you will project. People will be looking for whoever smells like this. Keep this one a secret. Well, that's all the fragrances that I have today, and this was only one of part of the Twan's Top 10 series for accessories for men, and I want you to stay blessed, less stressed, and let God do the rest, and it is brought to you only by Frisbee TV. Man, I'm out.
Sound of this beat is so profound to me. It's so soulfully sold, so undoubtedly. He gave me the shoulders to put the world on him. Yeah, my kids on this rock, man, so I can hold them. God gave me these eyes so I can see the vision. Equip me with all the right tools so I keep winning. Keep fasting and praying. Now that's the key. Put your feet in the sand and take a walk with me. Highly blessed and highly favored, and some are hated. They won't like my opinion. They say it's overrated. Now choose 1 through 10, or it's A to Z. You good on any list, long as it come from me. This is a disclaimer and not a guarantee. My highly rated opinion make perfect sense to me. It's the perfect sense. The perfect sense. My highly rated opinion make perfect sense to me.